I'm about to do your Libra Tarot reading for March 2022, and in this Libra love reading, we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Libra, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Libra love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Libra Tarot reading for you. Now let's get on with this Libra love reading today, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. And I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in March 2022. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Libra, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now, I do want to say that this is not a personal reading. This is a general reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. Now, if a personal reading with me is something you're interested in, you can find all the information about my personal readings in the description and in the first pinned comment right below this video. But this is a general collective reading, which means I'm tapping into the collective energy of a large group of Libra people that I'm supposed to be getting messages for. It also means that there's no possible way this reading is going to resonate with literally every single Libra person on the whole planet all at the same time, because not every Libra person on the planet is going through the same situation or experiencing the same energies all at the same time. It's also important to keep in mind in general readings like this, energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross watchers. So if you're not a Libra and you're just watching this Libra Love Tarot reading because you're interested in a Libra and you want to know what's going on between the two of you, hey, I'm cool with that. Just keep in mind that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards. So you just got to take it as it resonates. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you should still watch the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. You can find the links to those videos, the info on my personal readings, the different tarot decks I'm using in this reading, information about crystals, orgone pyramids, energy protection, all kinds of fun, helpful stuff is in the description right below this video. Now, I know it has been way too long since I posted the last Libra reading for you. I think the last Libra reading I got out was in January. I've been just completely slammed with personal readings. A lot of people have been leaving me comments, sending me emails, asking to make sure I'm okay. I'm definitely okay. Nothing's been wrong. I've just been so busy. I haven't really had time to get to these readings. In November, I did 36 readings for this channel. I did 46 personal readings, took a trip to Texas. When I came back at the beginning of December, I was still getting bombarded with personal reading requests. I don't think I even got any readings at all on the channel in the month of December because I was too busy doing personal readings and then spending time with family at Christmas and New Year's and stuff like that. January, pretty much the same. I think I only made it to the air signs and the fire signs in January, which is the last time I posted a Libra reading for you. So I'm just now finally getting caught up to the point that I can get back to doing these free readings for you here on YouTube. Hopefully I've got my schedule solidified enough now that I can get back to a reasonable schedule here. I appreciate the patience. I appreciate everybody reaching out to make sure I'm okay. Totally am. Just keep in mind, though, that I am a one-man show. Not only do I record all these readings myself, I do all the editing myself. You see that the readings I put out here are an hour long or so, and I try to do one for each of the 12 signs every week. So that's a lot to do. Doing the editing takes just about as long to edit one of these readings as it does to actually do the reading and record it. Then on top of that, I make all the motion graphics that you see pop up at the bottom of the screen myself. I do the custom thumbnails myself. I do all the search engine optimization so people can actually find the readings when they search for their readings for their sign on YouTube. On top of that, like I said, I'm doing all the personal readings, around 30 to 50 of those a month. I'm building and maintaining my website all on my own. I'm adding new stuff to my online shop all the time, trying to get the orders that people place fulfilled and sent out in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm doing a lot, got a lot on my plate, and on top of all that, I'm even a single dad. I have full custody of my 9-year-old son, Dylan. So I still got to do all the stuff around the house, like cleaning, laundry, getting him back and forth to school, getting meals on the table, helping him with his schoolwork, having time to spend with him and play with him and stuff like that. So I'm doing the best I can to maintain a reasonable schedule. I think I've got things caught up enough to where we're going to be back on track now. So I appreciate your patience, and I know you have waited long enough to get this reading from me, so I'm going to stop talking now and get down to business. What is the mutual point of interest between Libra and their romantic person of interest here in March 2022, please? Let's get one card. What's the mutual point of interest? Thank you. Let's get 3 cards for you, Libra. What's going on with Libra as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between the two of them here in March 2022, please? Thank you. Well, that's looking pretty damn good. What's going on with your person, Libra? What's going on with Libra's romantic person of interest as it relates to Libra and the connection between them? Thank you. Awesome, awesome. I think on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords is Gemini energy. This is an energy of fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about something over and over again with all that fear, worry, and anxiety behind the thinking. Doing that to the point that it's actually stressing somebody out here. So this is a card of mental anguish. This is a card of being stressed out, possibly sleepless nights, having trouble concentrating. Overall, being stressed and worried about something. Looks like a decision about you, Libra. Right under that 9 of Swords, we have the 2 of Swords. This is Libra energy. 2s are about decisions. This represents a decision that needs to be made, only it's not been made yet. Either because there's not enough information to make the decision, or there's something that hasn't been seen yet, hence the blindfold, or there's something that someone doesn't want to look at, hence the blindfold. So there's some sort of decision needing to be made. Looks like there's a lot of fear, worry, and anxiety around that decision. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune right underneath that. This is, excuse me, divine timing. This can represent the Wheel of Fate or the Wheel of Destiny, so this can be some sort of a fated event. This can be a change in the luck and fortune of the connection here. That could be some decision about the luck and fortune of this connection that has a lot of worry and stress behind it. For me, a lot of times, this can be the universe turning that wheel in the background, trying to make sure things line up the way they're supposed to, so that what's supposed to happen actually does happen. And really, that's kind of the meaning of this card. It's like, what's supposed to happen is going to happen here. So there's not really a lot that can be done. Definitely some change, though, here. And a decision that needs to be made that's got a lot of stress, fear, and worry behind it. Excuse me. That's the overall gist of what this reading is going to tell me here. I'll come back to that a little bit more as I go through your energy and as I go through your person's energy. It'll probably explain itself quite a bit better as we move along. But this mutual point of interest is shared energy that's affecting both of you. So it's affecting you, Libra, it's affecting your person. It may not necessarily be affecting you both exactly the same way, but the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in March 2022 is the 9 of Coins. This is Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. This is with you or without you or in spite of you. I'm single, I'm abundant, I'm prosperous in my own right, I'm self-sufficient. I don't need someone to take care of me in this physical reality, to physically take care of me. I don't need someone to financially take care of me. I can do that all on my own. So this is a singles energy. This does not necessarily mean that you both want to be single. It just means that when it comes down to it, it looks like you guys are single from each other right now. That could be what we have, this worrisome, fearful decision that needs made. Could be something related to that. So let me clarify this. I'm feeling all choked up here suddenly. I wasn't before I started the reading, and now I am. Tell me more about this 9 of Coins of Libra and their romantic person of interest. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. This is about recognizing something that is allowing you to move forward in success and victory. Right under that, we have more wands. This is Sagittarius energy, the 10 of wands. This represents a heavy burden being carried here. So we're recognizing something about some heavy burden that's being carried. Something to do with the fact that you guys are single. I have a 3 of swords right under that. This is Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually caused by a third energy. Now that third energy does not always have to be a romantic third party. It doesn't mean you're getting cheated on or that your person's getting cheated on. Anything that we humans do enough of will create its own energy. So for example, my business has its own energy to it. Going to school will create an energy. Working too much will create an energy. Your career can create an energy. This can be nosy friends, nosy family members, nosy neighbors, co-workers, some third party sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. This can be an addiction. This can be distance between the two of you. This can be watching too much television, playing too many video games. It can literally be just about anything here. But there is some third energy involved here that's creating some sort of a heartbreaking situation. That's some burden here, and there's some recognition about this. Not exactly sure what that means yet, but as I go through your energy, I'll be able to see how this relates to you, and as I go through your person's energy, I'll be able to see how it relates to them a little bit better, so this will get more clear as we move along too. But to clarify this 9 of coins, I got the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So this Page of Cups, pages are messengers, cups are about love and emotions. So this is news, messages, communications about love and emotions. This can be the expressing of feelings. This can be like the beginning stages of a love offer. This can represent an apology even. So it's like there's this energy of you guys being single, potentially communicating about how each of you feel. Potentially not, because next we have the King of Cups. This is Pisces energy. Sometimes this can be Scorpio energy. This is a decision-making energy. We see a decision that needs made that hasn't been made. But this is someone who, when they make their decisions, they consult their intuition. They consult their emotions when they make their decisions. They listen to their heart and their feelings when they make their decisions. This is also someone, though, who is usually very like cool, calm, and collected. They maintain their emotional composure here. Even when the waters around them are rough and choppy, they usually don't let that show. So even though we've got this energy of fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about something a lot with stress behind it related to a decision between the two of you here, it's possible that one or both of you is not really showing that very much, like you got a good poker face. This can also represent that there is a lot of love and emotions between the two of you. It just may not necessarily be getting outwardly expressed. Like the King of Cups does not wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't publicly broadcast his emotions or how he feels about things. So we've got this singles energy here, some recognition taking place. The potential for like communicating about love and emotions, expressing of feelings, but then almost at the same time a desire to kind of keep that to yourselves. And that's verified again by this final clarifier, the 5 of Wands. This is more Leo energy. 5s are conflict. Wands are about passions, desires, drives. So this is a conflict in your desires, an internal conflict where a piece of you probably wants to express feelings. Another piece of you probably wants to just keep your mouth shut about that. And you're kind of like pulling yourself in multiple different directions. This is really about a piece of you wanting one thing, another piece of you wanting pretty much the opposite thing, and having this internal battle of tug of war going on inside your desires. Now, this could be happening for you, Libra, could be happening for your person, and it's just affecting the other one. This could be a case where, Libra, you're trying to pull one direction, your person's trying to pull the opposite direction. There can just be an internal conflict in terms of the connection between the two of you itself. Could be why we're in singles energy here. Again, that's the mutual point of interest, the shared energy affecting you both. I'll be able to see how that applies to you here shortly as I go through your energy, and I'll see how it applies to your person as I go through theirs. But in your energy for March 2022, Libra, you got the High Priestess, the Magician, and the Emperor. So all three of your cards are major arcana cards, all right at the very beginning of the major arcana, really. This High Priestess is the divine feminine energy of the tarot deck. She represents the unconscious mind. She represents the intuition. She's actually the source of all intuition, all emotions. She's the source of all the water that you see throughout the entire tarot deck, including the entire cup suit. Now, she sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she's got access to all the information that you and I as humans don't have access to. She sees everything. She knows everything. In just about every card of the High Priestess, she's got her eyes closed, meaning she doesn't need her physical eyes to see what's going on. She uses her feelings and her intuition to be able to sense what's going on. So sometimes she can represent like intuitive hits that you're getting about your person or about the connection or about something that's going on here. She can represent your gut feelings, signs, synchronicities, dreams with messages in them. She can also represent that the connection between the two of you is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. This can be a very powerful connection. And I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I see that right away with the Magician also being here. This is card 1 of the major arcana and card 2 of the major arcana. He's the divine masculine of the deck. She's the divine feminine of the deck. The divine feminine, divine masculine energy is depicted on the Lover's card with both of those energies on the card itself. To me, this is every bit as good as having the Lover's card. Divine counterparts, like massive power couple here. This can also have a lot to do with trying to manifest something as well here, because like you use your conscious mind to come up with the idea of what it is that you want. You plant that seed into the unconscious mind where it gets broadcast and projected into the universe itself, and then it gets mirrored back to you. So this could be you being at the beginning stages of manifesting something and having all the power to do that. This can represent how deep and powerful the connection between the two of you are. So I'm going to clarify this High Priestess and find out what's going on with that. Sometimes the High Priestess can also represent something that you don't know about yet, some secret that was being kept. Like I said, she sees and knows everything. She just doesn't always clue us in. She doesn't tell us everything. Sometimes there's stuff we're not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff that we don't need to know until it's time to know. That could be what this recognition is about here. That could be why you're having all this fear, worry, and anxiety about some decision that we're seeing here in the overall energy. So let me see what's going on with this High Priestess for Libra. Why is that here in Libra's energy, please? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, we already saw that Wheel of Fortune here, the third card down in the overall energy of the reading here, the overall gist of what's going on. Again, divine timing can be the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Destiny. Could be some change in the luck and fortune of this connection here. This could also just be that what's supposed to happen is going to happen. So you could be having intuitive hits about that. It could be a change in the luck and fortune of this connection too. That could be what you're worried about. I do have this singles energy here, some internal conflict going on. It could be we're having a change to that. Right under that is the Star. This is Aquarius energy. This is a card of wish fulfillment. It's also a card of healing. It's a card of hope. In a love reading, this can signify that you're viewing your person as a gift to you from the universe, or you're viewing them as the one for you. This is also, though, card 17 of the major arcana. Card 16, the card right before this in the sequence, is the Tower. So you don't ever make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment of some kind first, where things crumble down all around you. That could be, there could have been something bad that took place based on what I'm seeing here in the clarifiers. That could be how you ended up single and why you have all this fear, worry, and anxiety about a decision. Right under the Wheel of Fortune here, I do have the Four of Coins, which is a Capricorn energy of trying to hold on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. So this could represent that you're having the hope that this connection between the two of you can be healed. You're having the hope that there's going to be a change in the luck and fortune of this connection, tapping into your intuition and your feelings about that. Yeah, I've got a lot of major arcana energy here. That's powerful energy that you don't really have too much control over here. We've got death right under these two. Scorpio energy of an ending to something. This is about something dying and then a massive transformation taking place. So if you think about like when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, when it comes out of that cocoon, it's not a caterpillar anymore. The caterpillar aspect of itself dies, but it is reborn again as something better and more beautiful. It comes out as a butterfly. But the entire process that takes place while it's inside that cocoon is a very painful transformation. So that's kind of what this energy represents, that something is dying and it is transforming. So this looks like a situation that, even though it seems to be surrounded in fear, worry, and anxiety, this could be a situation where when you guys come out of this, you're going to be better than you were before you went in. I do have another major arcana card right under that, the Moon, Pisces energy. This is also an energy of fear, worry, and anxiety, a lot like this Nine of Swords, but this is also an energy of something being hidden in the dark, or feeling like something's hidden in the dark, maybe feeling like you can't see the entire path in front of you right here. This can represent secrets being kept. We're right now clarifying the High Priestess, which can also represent secrets being kept. Whenever I have both of these cards together this close, there's usually something going on that you probably can't see yet, that you may not know about yet, hasn't quite been revealed yet. Damn, right under that we have another major arcana card, the Tower. So I just got done talking about you don't make it to the star without going through the Tower first. There's the Tower. This was some abrupt game changer, like some foundation rocking event. Some very abrupt change took place in this connection. A lot of times this represents a belief system or like a mental model of the world you were operating from, where you believed things were a certain way and then something happened to just shatter that belief, and then you realize, holy crap, it's not the way I thought it was here. So this is some sort of a game-changing event. Damn, probably related to something that's not so good here. Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy. A lot of times this can represent lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking around behind your back, deceptive behavior, trying to get away with something. It doesn't always mean that. Sometimes this is just an energy of self-preservation, like not wanting to be hurt. That's the reason the guy on the card is stealing these swords. He doesn't want to be hurt by those swords. He doesn't want the swords used against him to hurt him, so he steals them to make sure that can't happen. So it can be not wanting to be hurt anymore after you've already experienced the Tower. This can even be an energy of leaving something behind, because he can only carry 5 swords and he has to leave the other 2 swords behind. So it could mean any of those things. It could actually mean all of those things simultaneously. But we definitely are single right now. Some decision needing to be made probably about that. And there's this back and forth energy here, like a conflict around, do I express feelings or do I just keep that to myself? Now, to clarify this High Priestess for you, Libra, I got Strength, which again is another major arcana card, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Strength is Leo energy. This is, every time I see this card, it tells me that the situation you're going through has been very difficult on you. It's taken a lot of your internal strength. You've been required to dig down deep and tap into your internal strength and your courage just to even make it through this difficult situation here. Sometimes this can also be an energy of trying to tame that beast inside yourself, like trying to rein yourself in, trying to hold yourself back, trying to not rush off too quickly on something that makes some kind of a mistake to make the situation worse, like trying to not let your emotions get the best of you here. Trying to stay cool, calm, and collected like this King of Wands here, and then being internally conflicted about whether or not to express your emotions or not. This could be you trying to rein yourself in on that. This could just be telling me that whatever this situation was that happened that's got you guys apart from each other has just been very hard to get through. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. Again, fives are conflict. This is a card of abandonment. This is about being abandoned, about being cast aside, about being left out in the cold. This is a breakup card. Been some sort of a breakup between the two of you that's been rough to get through. This Ace of Swords is the sword of victory. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword of clarity. It's also the sword you would use to make a decision with. We see this decision that needs to be made that hasn't been made yet. Could be we're just waiting on the right timing to make the decision. Could be we're waiting on something to change here in order to make the decision. But the word decision, the Latin word that word comes from, literally means to cut off, as in to cut off all other options to where you're left with only one option. So you can see we're going down from the two swords, decision that hasn't been made, to one sword where the decision is being made. Now this can also represent, especially since we have a breakup card here, the sword that you would use to sever a connection, to sever a relationship with. So we've had some kind of a severing. Looks like possibly even some clarity here. You could have had some intuitive hits about something and feel like you've gotten some clarity on something. Or this could be your intuition guiding you in making a decision after this breakup has taken place. That's probably what's going on here, because we have the Two of Wands as the final clarifier. Aries energy. Again, twos are decisions. This is a crossroads in your life. This is a fork in the road. This is a decision point for you. And it's a decision about which path leads you to the world that you want and which path do you leave behind to get there. So definitely some decision here, and a lot of fear, worry, and anxiety related to that decision, having the hope that this connection can be healed, that it's not actually dead and over with, it's just a transformation. But then at the same time, having that feeling like you probably don't have all the information, you probably can't see everything 100% clear because the tower happened, and now it's got you questioning your beliefs about this connection. The next card in your energy, Libra, is the Magician, the divine masculine of the tarot deck. This is the Mac Daddy master manifester of the tarot deck. He's got all the tools, all the abilities, all the resources to manifest or create from nothing whatever his will desires. He can shape the world around him to be in alignment with what his will desires. He's got all four aces right here in front of him. The aces are the ones of the different suits. The four ones represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. So this tells me that you have the ability to manifest and create the world around you to be however you want it to be. It also tells me that you're actively trying to manifest something. And like I said, the divine masculine, divine feminine, this is massive counterparts, massive power couple. These are two cards that are supposed to be together, which for me usually represents two people who are probably supposed to be together. So every bit as good as the Lovers. Tell me more about the Magician for Libra, please. Why is the Magician here in Libra's energy for March 2022? Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is another card of wish fulfillment. This is also another singles energy, like this Nine of Pentacles here. This is like being single in the physical world, being independent in the physical world. This is being single and independent in the emotional world. This is not needing another person, an external person, to get your happiness from, because you know your happiness comes from inside yourself. This is you not needing an external person to make you feel loved or worthy of love, because you love yourself, and that love you realize is coming from inside you here. But this is also you trying to manifest your own personal wish fulfillment, trying to create the world around you so that you get what would be your wish fulfillment. And right now, I don't think you have that, because we have the Five of Cups right under that Scorpio energy of heartbreak and sadness and remorse about the past. This card's about being focused on the three cups that have been spilled out, all the love and emotions that have been spilled, all the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. Notice there are two upright cups in the background, though. Those cups are full. They represent the Two of Cups, which is the connection between the two of you. It just doesn't have all of your focus right now. Right now, you're focused on something that you've lost, and you're probably feeling that lost. If you're focused on the past, you're probably feeling what you felt in the past. And if you're focused on something that you believe is missing from your life, you're probably feeling that gap. That's the message of this card, is that your focus literally determines the emotions that you feel. So if you're focused on bad things, you're going to feel negative, low vibrational emotions. Where you do have something you can be happy about here in the background, just that maybe your focus isn't quite there yet. But this is telling me that something happened in the past and you still have some sadness related to that. Yeah, Three of Swords is next. Libra energy, heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. Again, doesn't have to be a romantic third party, although it can be. I've seen the Moon, the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords. I've seen this twice. Now I've got this. I've got a breakup here. I saw a Tower. I've got Strength out here where this has been difficult for you to deal with. Two singles energies. Could definitely be a third party. Could also just be any other energy that's not you, Libra, that's not your person. Something getting in the way, causing a heartbreaking situation. But like I said, right here underneath all these cards on the overall energy is that Four of Coins, that desire to hold on to something and not wanting to let go of it. There's that same Four of Pentacles, Four of Coins. You'll probably hear me interchange the term coins and pentacles. This deck calls them coins. This deck calls them pentacles. They're literally the same thing. That's the same card. So Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. And there's the High Priestess again. She who knows, your intuition, your gut feelings. It feels to me like to you this connection is deeper than something physical. It's deeper than something emotional. But it also feels to me like you had some intuitive knowings about something going on here. Could be getting gut feelings and signs and synchronicities about this connection. But to clarify this Magician card for you, Libra, I got the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, Judgment, and the Page of Wands. Knights are action takers. This is the fastest knight in the deck. This is about rushing forward and speaking the truth on something. It's also about rushing forward and taking rapid, decisive action on something. The Magician is not only the master manifester, he's also an action taker. Manifesting requires the taking of action here. So definitely moving fast on something, or having the desire to move fast on something. But then we're kind of going a step backwards. We're going from the Knight backwards to the Page. This news, messages, communications. This could be you're trying to manifest some sort of speaking of the truth with your person. This is an energy of communicating. It's also an energy of someone who's trying to learn something, trying to figure something out. Sometimes this can be an energy of spying or keeping tabs on somebody. So like scoping out their social media pages, driving past where they live, where they work, asking people about them, trying to overall figure something out about them. Hell, I guess what we're doing right here with the tarot reading could actually qualify as this Page of Swords, because we're checking in on this person to see what the hell's going on with them. But this can even represent some other person that's not you or your person, who maybe saw something and came back and reported it to you. I'm not quite sure what that's trying to tell me yet, unless it's just you having the desire to take action on something and then kind of backing down a little bit and trying to figure it out instead of taking the action on it. But then we have Judgment, a major arcana card. This is a final decision here. This is passing your own final verdict in judgment on this connection, on this situation. Usually this is an energy of like, is this connection dead and over with? Or are we going to be able to resurrect this and bring it back to life, call it back from the grave, and transform it in a way that it's never going to be the same again? So it could be you having a desire to create that, to create your wish fulfillment, and then at the same time having all this sadness and remorse and heartbreak and sadness and wanting to hold on to this person and not being 100% sure, just trying to listen to your feelings, listen to what your intuition is telling you here, trying to figure out how to make that kind of a decision. Then I have another page as the final clarifier here, the Page of Wands, news, messages, communication about passion and desire. I'm feeling like I'm getting drained here in your energy. I keep catching myself like fighting back a yawn. I'm not tired at all. I've had like 4 or 5 cups of coffee, like just in the past hour alone. This feels like a difficult situation for you that's probably sucking a lot out of you, and that's probably why I'm fighting back the yawns here. But see it happening again. This is news messages and communications about passion and desire. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool. The Fool's about saying, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to jump off the cliff. I'm not going to think this through very well. I'm just going to go for it, and I'll figure out how to grow wings while I'm on my way down. I'll figure out how to work this as I move along. This is a much more toned down version of that energy. This is about having the willingness to take the very first steps down a new path towards something you have passion and desire for. You see, right next to it on the table is that Two of Wands, that fork in the road. Which path leads me to the world I want? Which path do I leave behind? This is you at least having the willingness to take the first steps down this path. I believe you're making a decision on that. And at the same time, you might still be a little bit internally conflicted about, is that the right decision or not? And then, like, you're at least taking a step in that direction, though. Final card for you, Libra, is the Emperor. This is Aries energy. Another master manifester energy. I've got two of them in a row here. Why are you so tired feeling? This is an energy of taking control of something, taking charge of a situation, possibly setting some boundaries. This is someone who's got all the tools and abilities and resources to put together a plan to get what they want, and then to execute that plan to get what they want. So it's about taking control of the situation here. Tell me about the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here in Libra's energy, please? Why is the Emperor here? Just get one more for this Emperor for Libra, please. Man, this is a lot of major arcana in your energy. That could be why I'm feeling like tired and fighting back the yawns. It's like a lot of energy that's affecting you. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. Sadness and remorse about the past. It's about the love that's been spilled out. But there is still a connection in the background. This is about you taking control of where your focus is. And that determining what emotions and energies you experience. There's that Three of Swords right under it again. Heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. It's like you're trying to take control of this whole situation. Still, you don't want to let go of them. What you want is your wish fulfillment. So I feel like if you had like the big red magic easy button and you could push it and make this whole situation any way you want it, you would not be apart from them. You would be able to bring this back together. That would be your actual wish fulfillment. It looks like is to be back with them. You've got the willingness to take the steps in that direction. It seems like that's what you're trying to manifest. But then at times it seems like you're still going back and forth about it. To clarify the Emperor, I got the Hermit, the Hanged Man, and the Libra Major Arcana card, Justice. So all three of your cards are major arcanas. I've got a major arcana in that first column of clarifiers. The Strength card, I got a major arcana in the second column of clarifiers with Judgment. And all three of these clarifiers are major arcana cards. So you have a lot of powerful energy coming at you here. The Hermit is Virgo energy. This is withdrawal, isolation. This can represent communication kind of stopping or slowing down dramatically between the two of you. This is also an energy of you being forced to go inside yourself, to do some soul searching, to do some deep inner reflection, some deep contemplation, shining that inner light down in the shadows of yourself, trying to figure out how to move forward from here. This is not an energy that people voluntarily choose to do. Something happens and it forces you into hermit mode. Usually what happens is either the Five of Swords, like some mentally and psychologically painful thing, the Ten of Swords, some swift ending that you probably didn't see coming, or the Tower, and we already saw the Tower. So that's probably what put you here. That's probably what you've got the sadness and remorse and heartbreak and sadness about. Next, to clarify the Emperor, we have the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. This is progress being halted. There's no forward movement right now. Things are kind of stuck right here. They're at a standstill. Now, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective than he normally would, a different point of view, a different angle. And he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out how to move forward from here. So I've got 2 cards in a row of you doing some deep soul searching and inner reflection, trying to figure out how to move forward and looking at things around you from a different perspective, trying to figure out how to move forward. That's the key difference between these 2 cards. This is about your focus being directed inside yourself, internally, and this is about your focus being directed externally, looking at the things and the people and the circumstances around you. Both, though, trying to figure out how to move this forward. How do we get past this sadness and heartbreak and remorse? How do we take control of that situation and put together a plan to get what you want? Because right now, it doesn't seem to be moving. Looks like ultimately what you're trying to get is justice, the Libra Major Arcana card. This is the most powerful card of balance in the tarot deck. It's about doing the right thing, the fair thing, the just thing. The sword in that card is used to sever something that's not in balance, so balance gets restored and the right, fair, just thing can happen. Like what's supposed to happen can happen. This is about balancing something out that was unjust, that was unfair, at least from your point of view. That is your energy in this connection for March 2022, Libra. Let me scoot this over a little bit, get some more room, and we'll take a look at your person's energy. Because in their energy, their very first card is Justice. We ended it off with Justice as your last clarifier. The story's going to pick up right where it left off because Justice is their first card. Next, we got the 2 of Coins. And your person's final card is the Devil. Again, Justice, Libra Major Arcana. It's about putting things back in balance. It can also represent something unfair and unjust took place, which highly possible. There was the Tower, 5 of Pentacles, some breakup. There's some decision here. Things are stuck. There's this decision needing to be made here with all this fear, worry, anxiety, and stress. A lot of sadness and remorse, a lot of heartbreak. The very serious potential that there was a third party involved at some point. Tell me more about Justice for Libra's person, please. Why is Justice here? I had Temperance just show itself to me and go back in the deck. On the bottom of the deck, King of Wands. This is either Sagittarius or Leo energy. I feel like I've said Leo quite a bit. I've said Pisces a few times. Let's see, I've said Aries a couple times. Got a little bit of Virgo out here. I do have quite a bit of Leo, really. You could be dealing with any of those signs. You could literally be dealing with any sign. This is a general collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you are dealing with specifically because I'm not tapping into your specific energy. I'm tapping into the collective energy of Libra here. So you could be dealing with any sign. I'm just going to call out the ones that prominently stick out just in case they have any meaning to you. But this is either Sagittarius or Leo energy. This is someone who has a bold, passionate, fiery personality. They know exactly what they want. They go after it with bold, passionate, fiery determination. The King of Wands is not someone who takes no for an answer. He doesn't let obstacles get in his way. He doesn't let challenges get in his way, excuses. This is the kind of guy who goes out and gets what he wants. He's either going to find a way or he's going to make a way to get what he wants. Looks like what he wants is to balance this connection out with you, Libra. Make it the right thing here. He's probably worried about that. There is definitely a decision needing to be made about that so that what's supposed to happen can happen. This person doesn't want to let go of you either. I think they're just in a spot where they're trying to figure out what to do. And they're having all this confusion about that. Options, choices, confusion about the options and choices. I mean, there's a lot of different cups here. A lot of different ways this situation could play itself out. A lot of emotions involved. Your person's not wanting to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup, so they're confused about what to do right now to balance this back out. But they have the very strong desire to do that. This person is probably very attracted to you, very passionate about you. Right under that, we have the star, again, Aquarius energy. This I stopped too soon. We got the Three of Cups also here in the overall energy. This is Cancer energy of being reunited and celebrating. I think your person definitely wants to fix the connection with you. They're just worried about a decision related to that. I don't know if it's their decision or not, or if it's your decision and you're still trying to figure out what to do. But we do have the star here, hope, healing, like your person having the hope that they can get this passion back with you, that they could balance the connection back out with you. The moon, fear, worry, and anxiety, something being hidden in the dark. They can't see the full path that they're on. They can't see if they're on the right path or if they're even still on the path or not. So they're having fear, worry, and anxiety about that. The sun, this is Leo energy again. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than the sun. So this is telling me that your person views you as a source of happiness in their life. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune next. They believe that this is what's supposed to happen, that this is supposed to get balanced out, and that you guys are supposed to be together. There's that Three of Cups again. Cancer energy of reconciliation, being reunited and celebrating. Now, if this is a case where you guys weren't together before, and I'm just seeing this, this abandonment and the difficult situation you went through as something from your past prior to this person, and you're both still single because you've never been together yet, this can just represent your person wanting to be united with you to begin with. But they view that as what's supposed to happen. I'm almost positive you were together at some point, though. To clarify this Justice card, I have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So this Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. This is the card of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days with Libra and the way things used to be between the two of you. This is a very deep emotional connection between the two of you. It can be like soulmate level energy. This can also represent someone from the past making a comeback here. I think that's what's going on, is they're trying to figure out how to heal this connection with you, how to get it back, how to put this back together. There was a definite Tower moment that happened, and either they don't want to be hurt anymore, or there was something sneaky and deceptive that went on and that caused the Tower. And I think they're trying to balance this out. They're trying to make it right again and get back with the person from their past, which appears to be you. Next, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This is a card of work, like putting in the work on something, putting in the time, effort, and energy on balancing this out, getting back with the person from their past, or at the very least, being willing to put in the work, time, effort, and energy. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. Knights are action takers. Cups are about love and emotions. So this is actions toward love and emotions. This is coming forward with a love offer, trying to advance the love connection between the two of you, trying to move forward in the love connection. They have the willingness to put the work in on that. They want to balance it out. I don't believe they're going to try and take no for an answer on whether or not we can heal this. I just think that they have some anxiety because they can't see the full path. They're nervous because they don't have enough information to make the decision, or possibly because the decision about this doesn't belong to them. Maybe it belongs to you instead. Because they're waiting on something here. Aries energy of the Three of Wands. Now, we already saw the Two of Wands in the last card in your first column of clarifiers. The Three of Wands is the last card in their first column of clarifiers. If you remember, this is a fork in the road. It's a decision point about which path leads you to the world you want and which path do you need to leave behind to get there. In the Three of Wands, that decision has been made. The path has been chosen, and there have been steps taken actively down that path. This is about being at the beginning stages of manifesting something. It's also having this positive expectancy that the thing they want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet, and it hasn't materialized in the physical reality yet. Being able to move forward in this connection with you hasn't happened yet. Balancing this out, having the right thing happen and putting in the work with the person from their past hasn't happened yet, and they're still waiting on that to happen. The next card in your person's energy for March 2022, Libra, is the Two of Coins. This is Capricorn energy. Again, it's a two. Twos are decisions, choices. This is like, it's a card of balance, a lot like this Justice card. It's just more about trying to maintain their balance or regain their balance once their balance has been thrown off. This is like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy where they're weighing the options on something, trying to make a decision and looking at the pros and cons, asking questions like, do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Can we balance this out or not? Can we move this connection forward or not? I'm waiting on this. Is it going to happen or not? Should I express my emotions or keep that to myself? Or what should I do here? I'm torn between these two options here, and I can't really make up my mind. So tell me more about this Two of Coins for Libra's person, please. Wow, that's very peculiar. Don't see that very much. On the bottom of the deck, Three of Swords, Libra energy, heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. Wow. Again, this does not have to be a romantic third party, although it can be. This can represent your person going back and forth, like, is this going to happen or not? And they're off balance and unsure because of the heartbreak and sadness that's we've seen on your side a couple of times here. Maybe they're worried about the heartbreak and sadness they've caused you. Right under that, though, is the Four of Pentacles again, which is Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something, not wanting to let go of it. This Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. The Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. In the clarifiers here, I got the Three of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy, the Ace of Pentacles, and Death. This Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, so we're going from the 2 to the 3, making progress here a little bit. This is teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals. Woo! Working together as equals to build something of value. What you would be working together to build in this case is the Ten of Pentacles, that maximum stability and abundance and prosperity that we all want, that happy, stable, abundant home life that we all want, the combining together of two people and all their assets and resources to make that happy, stable, abundant home life. This is them wanting to work together with you on that and going back and forth about whether that's going to be possible because of the heartbreak. They just know that they don't want to lose you. I've got the 2, the 3, and the 4 of Pentacles, all 3 of the Capricorn Minor Arcana cards. Right under that, we have the 10 of Swords, Gemini energy. This is a swift ending to something, usually a painful ending. Sometimes it's an ending that they didn't see coming, or an ending in betrayal. No matter what, this is an ending here, and they don't want to let go of, even though there has been an ending here. They have this strong desire to balance this back out. They have the belief that they can balance it back out and that we are eventually going to move forward in this connection again. Just hasn't quite happened yet. The next card to clarify the 2 of Pentacles is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the seed that has the potential to grow into that 10 of Pentacles we just talked about. It's not the 10 of Pentacles. In order to get there, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time, effort, and energy. But that energy, that work, the willingness to do all of that is out here in your person's energy right now. So that's a good sign. But this is an opportunity here. And that's the thing about aces. You have to grab these and do something with them. Otherwise, they just represent empty potential. Final card we have to clarify that 2 of Pentacles is Death, Scorpio energy. This is an ending to something. This is something dying so that it can be reborn again in a new, more beautiful way. This, again, is feeling like Even though this looks like a bad situation happened between the two of you, I have a lot of powerful energy out here. The first 4 cards in the reading are all major arcana cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 major arcana cards actually on the table looking at me right now. 11. My mistake. This is feeling like, even though this is a crappy situation right now, you guys are probably going to come out the other side better than when you went in. Final card for your person here in March 2022, Libra, is the Devil. More Capricorn energy. So I've got all 3 minor arcana Capricorn cards. Massive amount of energy being just sucked out of me here. It started on your side, but it felt like it's because it was just such a difficult spot for you to be in and deal with. And then once I've gotten to their side, I feel like I'm yawning every couple sentences or so. But the Devil is usually not a good energy. It's usually heavy energy, toxic energy. It's could be why I'm yawning a lot here. This is like a feeling of being trapped by something, a feeling like they can't escape something, like something's controlling them. A lot of times this can be an element of your person's shadow, like a piece of themselves that they don't like, that they try to, like they don't want you to see it, they don't want to see it themselves, so they try to push it down and repress it and hide it in the shadows and pretend like it's not there. But if that's what they're doing, it ends up creating a scenario that controls a piece of their life. Tell me more about the Devil, please. Why is the Devil here for Libra's person? Why is the Devil here for Libra's person? Thank you. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. Now another meaning for the Devil is this can be such a strong, powerful connection between the two of you. They feel like they can't escape it. It could feel like it's got so much gravity to it that they can't escape the pull of it. On this bottom of the deck, this 2 of Cups is Cancer energy. Again, this is a love connection between the two of you. This is I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected. But it is a 2, and that represents needing to make a choice. I've seen the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords is right here. So I've seen the 2s of all 4 suits. Your very first card out is the 2 of the major arcana. She rules over the 2s of the 4 suits. So she rules over all the decisions in the deck. Decision, decision, decision being hammered home here. Judgment is out here. You passing your own final verdict and judgment, making a final decision about this connection is out here. Them waiting on something here. Probably them having all the fear, worry, and anxiety because the decision isn't actually theirs. It's probably yours. I'm not sure. But this connection is their 9 of Cups. It's their wish fulfillment. Pisces energy of wish fulfillment here. Also, though, it's a singles energy, just like this mutual point of interest, the singles energy of the 9 of Pentacles. I think your person wants to talk to you, but they're trying to not wear their heart on their sleeve. I think they did something to kind of screw this up with you a little bit. Probably a lot, but they're internally conflicted about whether or not they should express themselves here. But this connection is their wish fulfillment. It feels like they can't escape this connection yet. Underlying all of that, 3 of Swords. Heartbreak and sadness from a 3rd energy. And them not wanting to let go of you, not wanting to lose you. Again, more Capricorn energy. Seeing a lot of Capricorn out here. A lot of Leo. Quite a bit of Pisces now even. Again, you could be dealing with any sign. I'm just calling out the ones that stick out to me. To clarify the Devil for your person, we got the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess. So this is very peculiar. When I clarified your energy, your last clarifier was justice. Their first card is justice. There's some mirroring there. I get to their very last clarifier, the High Priestess. Your very first card was the High Priestess. So there's the mirroring again. And again, I started the reading off in your energy. The High Priestess and the Magician. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Every bit as good as the Lovers. Divine counterparts here. Two people who are probably supposed to be together from the looks of it. I've seen the star a few times. The one for me. It's a person from the past. Soulmate type energy here. There's a lot of powerful energy between the two of you. Probably why your person is feeling like there's such a pull to this connection that they can't escape it. Now this can also represent that they have some toxic quality to themselves, that maybe something that they haven't dealt with, that they keep trying to pretend like it's not there. Maybe that caused them to do something stupid and heartbreaking. But I do see them having this massive desire to balance it out and put the work in on it, looking for an opportunity to build something with you and hoping that this is not dead, it's just transforming and that it will be better coming out the other side. This King of Wands we've already seen. It's like they have all this passion and desire for you. They have this very strong determination. They know what they want, and they don't want to take no for an answer. They're looking for an opportunity to build something with you, and they're either going to find a way to get that or they're going to make a way to get that because they want to put the work in trying to balance this out and move forward with you. Next we have the King of Swords though. And see, again, I've got this King of Cups in the center of the shared energy that's affecting both of you. Even though they have all that desire, I don't think they're outwardly expressing it. I don't see a single page or a single communication card in their energy. And in your energy, I've got a couple of pages, and I've got the Hermit signifying that communication has been shut down, possibly shut down by you, until this gets balanced out. I'm feeling like this King of Swords is them trying to be very logical, very rational, very reasonable about the situation. This is a head over heart decision maker, where this is like they have these emotions for you, they're not outwardly expressing it, and they're trying to not let their emotions get involved in their decision making at all. They're trying to not let their emotions come into play at all. This is like emotionally detached decision making, looking at what's right in front of him, the truth, the facts of the matter, and trying to make the best, most logical, most fair decision based on that. Then we have the High Priestess. Again, this is a connection that's deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. She rules over all the twos of the four suits of the deck. She rules over all the decisions here. I've got two decision-making energies here, and possibly your person feeling trapped and controlled by the fact that it's not even their decision to make, and that decision is going to be up to you, and that's your very first card. And it's possible that you're thinking that this all needs to be balanced out before this can even be talked about or move forward, and they have the desire to balance it out. I just don't know that they've communicated that to you, or if there has even been any communication from them to you. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Libra love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation, and I'll see you in the next video.